and then impressions.
So say our impression before meeting them in one word, and then after.
Yeah.
About me, about Nina. Okay, so before I met you IRL.
No pressure.
God, one word is difficult.
You can if they're compliments, you can give many.
I'd say like for me, for you, it was like.
Oh, they don't know who's for you.
Oh.
He pointed at me.
For Nina.
Yeah.
At first it was like friend, like good friend. It's 2 words.
It's okay.
Homie.
Homie.
And then after it was like family.
What the fuck?
You all grabbed come. Nina just hugged Mysta.
Yeah, I'm getting hugged
They're
from behind
cuddling right now. This is the best thing I've ever seen.
No, like,
oh my
like-
god. I was gonna say, you know, before I met you, I think the word I would use to describe you is caring. Like you've really been there to help me through a few scrapes. You've always been there to talk when, you know, this being a new career for me, I never really there are lots of things I didn't understand. You helped me sort things out.
No.
And then after that, I've been wanting to I don't know how to say this in just one word, but I guess like I don't know. Like my opinion of you as a person has not changed, but after having met you, like I would say pretty.
Let's see, prior, it was just, let's see, organized.
Ooh, okay.
Now, disorganized.
No. Now, just, mainly because the karaoke, punk.
Yeah. Punk mom.
Just added that. Just like, I'm the cool mom. How do
Not like other moms.
How do you do, fellow kids? Anybody want to sing Misery Business?
Thank you. Mysta, before I met you, I worried for you a lot.
This is not. This
No.
is one word. I'm asking your opinion on me.
Before I met you, worried. After I met you,
Okay.
super worried.
That's 2 words. Okay,
Oh
so
my God.
like, let's see. Prior to this,
That was
let's see, like.
Doesn't have to be positive.
Yeah, I'm well aware. Let's see. The word I would use was just like admirable, because there's so much about you, Mysta, that I just admire you. There's so much that you do so well and in your own way that no one does what you do like you do. And I just like just the way that you carry yourself, the way that you entertain, like how you tackle like every different game, every different stream, every different concept. Like when you put that whole like Luxium game show together, I was just like floored. The fact that you put that, like, because that it was like not to put like NIJISANJI down or anything, but it was on the same level as like something that we would do on the main channel. Like,
I agree.
And you did all of that by yourself.
yeah, I thought it was incredible. And now that, and even though like it's always was this a little bit of admiration. Now that I met you in person and like spent like proper amounts of time with you, like day in and day out, just. And this goes for you too, and to Vox essentially. It's just, I just think of you like brothers I never had.
Yeah, brother.
They're hugging. They're hugging. They're all hugging. They're all hugging.
You are my brother.
That's.
With A, what your impression of Mr. is from how he acts on stream, and for the way that I talk to him, but the word I would use to describe you before we met IRL would be smart. Because I think that the way you go about your work is extremely inspiring. Like, I think that the way you manage yourself on social media is immensely intelligent. I think that the way you come up with ideas for streams is always clever. And every morning I wake up and I see your schedule, you're waiting, I'm like, fuck, that's a good idea. And like, he's always so far ahead of the game and is always thinking so hard about what works, what doesn't work. I think he's just really, really into this as a career, and he's so smartly thinking about how to make things great for the people that he makes content for. And I have like, I think honestly, even like I think that a big part of why I've been working so hard and why I've like, you know, obviously I have you guys to thank for like how well I've been doing, but I think a lot of it is because Mysta pushes me so hard with how hard he works as well. Like, I feel like I need to like not only does he give me good ideas, but I feel like I need to stay on your level because I honestly think that you're the one pushing the boundaries, and I can't say that enough.
Oh, man.
But when it comes to afterwards, I would say like you're just so chill. Chill is the word for it. Like, I remember last night we got back from having been out, we'd been to the karaoke and everything, and we stayed up for a little while, and it was the first time in ages that we turned the TV on and you were like, yo, look at this YouTube video, and we were just like, we were looking at like a load of really silly shit, like Tom Scott vaping, but like reverse, so it looks like a passing cloud of vape
That
just
was so funny,
resuscitates him.
When he like looks at the clouds as well.
I've never in my life have I felt so relaxed around another person. Like, I was just sat there, we were just flicking through videos for ages. It felt like, I don't know, like there was just something about your energy that I think just really makes me feel really awake, but also like not stressed. Because someone who makes me feel awake, normally I feel like they're trying to kill me. You make me feel like I want to stay awake because I'm gonna miss something if I fall asleep. So like that, I think that's a really special thing. And I'm like, Matt, I'm gonna miss you when I go home. I'm really gonna miss you.
Well, thank you, man. I don't know what to say.
Bruh, you're not even talking about me. I'm about to cry.
Wait,
I'm about
it's
to
your
cry.
turn now.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
dreading
your
this.
turn now.
I'm dreading this.
But I just before we switch on to
Yeah.
Ike, I completely agree with like your comment about Mysta. Like, obviously everyone's amazing and incredible, but I feel like Mysta, you've already inspired people on changing their titles, changing their thumbnails, changing their content stuff. Like, you do something, and like, I would say we copy you, but like, you know,
I definitely,
steal-
thumbnails especially, I steal ideas from Mr. all the time because his thumbnails are so smart. I'm like, every time I see a thumbnail from him, I'm like, fuck, that's smart.
Yeah.
I have this very
I'm glad
vivid,
you said it then, because I steal from him too.
I have this very vivid memory of Mika DMing me at one point and sending me one of her thumbnails.
Oh no, she did this to me too.
She sent me a thumbnail for a collab she was doing with Mysta, and she was like, okay, which is better, this one or this one? And she had sent me her idea for a thumbnail and Mysta's idea for a thumbnail, and I didn't recognize whose was whose, but I just looked at the one that Mysta made and I was like, what's that one? I was like, that one is just plainly
It's
better.
better.
And she was like, all right, fuck you.
Yeah.
She was like, all right, fine, fuck you. Like, wrong answer, but fine.
And then she DM'd me the exact same thing, and I picked Mr.'s thumbnail as well. And she was like, what? And she just told me to F off as well.
I was in the cool while that was happening, and she was getting really mauled. Really mauled.
The fact that she did it went to both me and Vox. When Vox didn't give her the answer that she wanted, she went to me because, like, oh my
Yeah,
God,
thinking-
Ike will surely Ike will give me the answer that I wanted, and I didn't.
If you do small things all the time, your tweets and other stuff that like we adopt, even if we don't try to copy it, it works and it's unique, and we all accidentally copy
the biggest
this stuff.
the biggest thing to say is that I think that in terms of like knowledge of how to do this shit as a career, Luxium is 10 times stronger for having you in it.
Oh, man, thank you. I really don't know what to say about compliments. So
You ain't gotta say shit.
Just gonna find
You've got your shirt over your nose right now. That's all the proof I need.
Yeah.
And by the way,